Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Middleware Technologies. Today we will be looking at how we can use the animation sprite sheet to extract the sprite frames from it and use it in Godot. Okay, so this is a documentation that I am going to refer before going into building this project. So let me show you what exactly the project will look like. So this is the project that I have built using the Teddy animation sprite, in which, like, if I go to the right, like hit the right button on the keyboard, like it moves the Teddy in the right direction with some animation, and when there is no action, like it just stands. Okay, and if I click on the right button, it moves the Teddy into the right direction and does some animation, and when there is no action, it just stands as it is. Okay, so this is what we are going to build in this video using Godot. Okay, so for that, as I said, like I'm going to refer to this documentation. Okay, so I'm currently working on Fedora 35 workstation with Godot 3.5 installed. Okay, so what is animation sprite? So as I said, animation sprite is a collection of frames which we club together to provide some kind of animation to the character. Okay, so animated characters can be downloaded as individual images, like you have individual frames of that character, or like you can get a kind of sprite sheet from online, which you can download and like divide it into a set of frames. Okay, so both can be animated in Godot with AnimatedSprite class. So this is the node that we will be using to build the animated frame scene. Okay, so let us start with this video. So as a first step, like we need to download the animated animation sprite sheet. So I'm going to use the walking Teddy sprite sheet, which is provided by Freepik. So all credit to image by BRJFX. So let me show you what this sprite sheet looks like. Okay, so this is a sprite sheet that you can download. Okay, so we will be using this sprites to get our animation of the Teddy. Okay, so as a first step, like we are going to download, so I have already downloaded this one. So let me go into my download folder. So as you can see, like I have this sprite sheet of brown bear already downloaded, and let us try to extract it. So you can extract it using, so let us say like you want to extract it into a particular folder. It will create this folder and try to extract it onto that folder. So if you go into this folder now, if you have your sprite sheet available, so this is a sprite sheet to 8768.jpg that we are going to use. Okay, so as a second step, we need to create our Godot project. Okay, so let me go into my Godot project manager. Let me quit this project. Now let us create a new project. Okay, so I'm going to create my project in Godot_games. So this is where I am going to create our new project, and I will name a project as Teddy Animation. Okay, so this folder is not existing in that folder Godot_games, so we will create this folder. So this will be our root folder, which will hold our project assets and scenes. Okay, so let us go into our project. So this is how your screen view should look when you launch a new project. Okay, so let me go into my documentation again. So we have created our new project, and now as a step 3, like, we need to create a scene which consists of a kinematic body 2D, and we will add 2 child nodes to that, that is AnimatedSprite and collision shape 2D. Okay, so let us do that, and I'll try to explain you. So this is how you can search for a new node, or the node that you want to create in your screen or attach it into your screen. Okay, so I'm going to select the kinematic body 2D node. So this is basically like, we are going to attach a sprite to it, which will have the basic physics properties to it. So now let us go and add a child node, which is AnimatedSprite. So basically, like, we are attaching this sprite node, which is AnimatedSprite node, in which we are going to club some set of frames to provide some kind of animation for a particular step. Okay, so we'll get into the details in the next step. So for now, let us go and attach another node, which is collision shape 2D. So this is basically when we actually prepare a game and we want our character to detect some collision, so we need to attach this collision shape 2D and set up a collision boundary for our character. So we are not going to use this one, but yeah, so this is how, like, you can prepare your player character for any usual game, basic game that you're going to create. Okay, so this is the step that we have completed, wherein we have created a root node, that is kinematic body 2D, and there are 2 child nodes that we attached, that is AnimatedSprite and collision shape 2D. Okay, now we will be using the SpriteSheet to actually extract the sprites from that SpriteSheet. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to use this online editor. Okay, so here, like, we are going to edit our sprite sheet and remove the background which we don't want for this task. Okay, so let me upload my image here. So you can use this upload button and try to upload your image. So this is my sprite sheet that we have downloaded. So now I'm going to remove this background. Okay, so you can see this is our sprite, and in the background there is a light brown color, trees background is there. So that I'm going to remove using the edit transparent background, and when we click on that background, so it basically removes that background and we get these sprites. Okay, now I'm going to crop this image. Okay, so I'm going to crop this image and take just these sprites. Okay, now, like, we'll need to do copy and paste. So this is going to copy and paste our new sprite section image on top of this old image. As you can see, this is our new image. So right click on this one, save image as beer. Okay, so this is our beer.png file that we extracted. So this is how it looks. So we are going to use this this as a sprite sheet in order to build our animation game for this beer. Okay, so now I'm in my Teddy animation project root folder, and I'm going to copy that beer.png file that we just created. Into the root folder. So if you go now into the project, like you will see beer.png is available for us. Okay, so let us now attach let us go into AnimatedSprite node and attach a new Sprite frame sheet. Okay, so this is how you will do. Click on the animated node, go to frames inspector, frames, and click on the new Sprite frames and click on Sprite frames. Okay, so this is going to open this editor, that is animation editor, wherein like you can load your frames into a set of animations. Okay, for each animation. Okay, so let us say like we want to create an animation for walk. Okay, so you can rename it to walk and click on this add frames from a sprite sheet and select the beer.png. Okay, so now we need to divide this sprite sheet into equal parts. So let us divide into 6 horizontal parts so that we have 6 beers, and we want the vertical part should be 1. So basically so this is how it looks. And now let us put some offset so we get the exact picture of each sprite. Okay, so I have moved the margin like offset to 50 pixels, so it has moved the from the edge, it has moved to 50 pixel over here, as you can see. So now you can capture all the sprites correctly. Okay, so as we want the animation for walk, we will select 2 walk images. So this is left movement of walk, and this is right movement of walk that we will select and add it. Okay, so now like we have added our sprite frames. So similarly we can create another animation which is, let's say, stand, and now from the sprite sheet we can click or get the stand frame and add it. Okay, now let us create one more, and here we are going to run action and go to animation frames, and we are going to use this run frames. Okay, So these are the two frames that we are going to use. Okay, so that is all we need to do. So we have created 3 animations: run, stand and walk, and for each animation we have like attached like we have added some frames from the sprite sheet. Okay, so if you see the sprite, like it is big, the size is big, so we need to transform this. So click on the animated sprite, go to transform and scale it to 0.5 on x and y direction. So this is now small, like it fits into our screen. And let us move this sprite. Okay, so before moving the sprite, so it is usually a good idea to create a collision shape 2D. So I'm going to attach a capsule. So basically it will detect the collision for this character. So you can adjust it. So this should be fine. Okay, so this is how like you can create the animated sprite frames and attach it to the animated sprite node, like the frames. And now let us move our let us make sure the nodes, like the child nodes, are not selectable. Okay, so group the selected nodes. Okay, group the selected nodes. So we'll click on this one, so that when we move this, so it moves with all the child nodes. Okay, so let us try to center it. So you can do snapping or enable the snapping, so that you will get to center it. Okay, now let us try to play this scene and save this scene as kinematic body 2D. You can name it anything. So as you can see, like our sprite is ready. So by default the action that you see is run. So if you go into animated sprite and you see the animation, the default animation is run. Let us try to change it to walk and click on the play scene again. So you see the animation has changed, but it is not animating anything. Okay, so let us go into animation sprite and click on playing. So it is now started animating. Okay, so now you can see it is trying to animate with left and right movement of his legs. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Now let me stop this playing and change it to stand, because the sprite is going to stand right now, and we are going to attach some action to it, basically input action with which the sprite will move. Okay, so for this okay, let me go into my documentation. So as a step 4, like we have removed the background from the sprite sheet, so you can use this online editor, which is good enough for this task. And once we have the sprite sheet, this bear sprite, the teddy bear sprite, we can go to creating our sprite frames resources and attach it to the animated sprite node in the step file. Okay, so we have already seen this one, and now and in step 6, like we have created a new animation and attached frames from the sprite sheet that we have created. in the online editor. Okay, so these are the three actions that I have created: run, stand, and walk. So as I have already shown you. Okay, so these are the three actions. Now as a step 7, we have set the default animation frame and adjusted the scale and transformed it. Okay, so basically we have set the default animation as stand and transformed its position, transformed the scale to 0.5 and 0.5, so it is fitting to our screen. Okay, now as a step 4, like we have saved, we can save our project. So basically it will ask to select the main scene for this project. So we'll select kinematic body 2D as our main scene. So this will launch our project, but it is showing our standing bear. Now let us attach our GDScript to kinematic body 2D node. So for this, click on the root node, that is kinematic body 2D. Click on this icon, attach a new or existing script, or we can right click on the kinematic body 2D node and attach a script and select empty template. We are going to create a GDScript which inherits from kinematic body 2D parent node, and our GDScript name is going to be kinematic body 2D.gd. Okay, now let us create this. So I'm going to use this basic GDScript. So this basically what it does is it implements the physics process function which gets called every 60 times per second. Okay, and we are going to apply some velocity vector, which is currently we are setting it to 0, and direction we are setting it to 0. So based on the input action, that is if we click on the left arrow of the keyboard, the direction will be set to -1 and the velocity will be calculated based on that direction. So we are going to update our x moment. So x moment multiplied by direction, like speed and direction, so we'll get a vector which will move our character in the left direction. Okay, with this particular velocity. Okay, and if we click on the right arrow on the keyboard, it will set the direction as 1 plus 1 and get the velocity vector by multiplying the speed and direction. So we will get a positive vector which will move the character into the right direction. Okay, so I'm just going to printing this velocity for our reference, but you can disable this one, this is not needed. And now, like, what we are going to do is, if the velocity dot x, like whatever velocity we calculated over here, the x the x part, like velocity has two parts, the x and y. So in that, the x part, if it is negative, like we are going to select the animation sprite dot animation as walk, but we are going to flip it in the horizontal direction using this animation sprite dot flip underscore horizontal flip underscore h is true. So it is going to flip the character and move it in the opposite direction. And if the velocity dot x is greater than 0, that is the character is moving in the right direction, like we'll set the animation frame as walk and we'll set the flip as false, because we do not want the character to flip and it should move in the right direction as it is. Otherwise, if there is no action, like either we are not clicking on the right or left direction, the animation sprite should stand. So we are going to select this animation sprite dot animation as stand. Okay, And now as a final step, like we are going to move and slide, we are going to use this function with the velocity whatever we have calculated, so we'll get the actual movement of our character. Okay, and the last part is we need to so we have selected the frames over here, like which frame we want to play when a particular condition is met. Like we have selected the frame but we haven't played it, so we need to play this using the AnimatedSprite.play. okay, so this basically helps in moving the character, but this is going to play our animation. Okay, so let us try to play our animation. So for this we are going to click on this play project. So now if you click on the right direction, so it moves, so it animates, and if you click on the left direction, it moves and animates in the left direction. So this is how like you can use the animation sprite sheets that we have, and try to extract the frames out of it and create the animation using the AnimatedSprite node in Godot. Okay, so as I said, like if we are not going to play this animation, okay, so what happens is, so it is not going to animate, and like whatever the default, so let's say like the stand, so stand is the default animation, and in that this is the character animated frame that we have attached. So let us try to play this project with animation, the AnimatedSprite play as disabled. Okay, let me save this one. So as you can see, like it is just moving with only one particular frame, it is not animating actually. So basically, like when we create when we have set the animation frame as walk, so it basically goes into that walk and it selects the first frame, and it doesn't animate with the second frame. But if we want to do that animation with all the frames whatever we have selected, we need to select the animation sprite.play, like we need to enable this one. Okay, so now it is animating. So this is how it does. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you in this video, like wherein we have used the animation sprite sheets, and we have tried to extract the sprites from sprite frames from that, and attach it to the AnimatedSprite node in Godot, and prepared some kind of animation with the walking bear. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you all, thanks for watching this video, and you guys have a great day.